All right, so Ron DeSantis is, of course, running for re-election. He's going to be running against the Democrat Charlie Crist in Florida. Now, you know, DeSantis is definitely the favorite, but understand Charlie Crist is a bit of a political powerhouse in Florida. He's won a number of elections there previously. So it'll be an interesting race nonetheless. So DeSantis released this ad, and it is one of the cheesiest things I've ever seen. So Ron Filipkowski clipped this out for us here. It's sort of like a spin-off of the Top Gun movie, which did really well in theaters. He's trying to like leech off that popularity. And you know what? I'll just show it, let it speak for itself, and we'll react as we go here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your governor speaking.
Today's training evolution, dogfighting, taking on the corporate media.
The rules of engagement are as follows. Number 1, don't fire unless fired upon, but when they fire, you fire back with overwhelming force. Does it say that in the bill? I'm asking you to tell me what's in the bill. Number 2.
He's so calculated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he goes into those press conferences like, I can't wait to spar with the media to get some cheap, like, Twitter points with my base. He's so overly calculated. The other thing is, if you pay close attention to Ron DeSantis, you will realize he does all of the Donald Trump mannerisms. He has copied Donald Trump to a T. Like, there isn't even like a 1% difference between the two of them. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. He even wears those same like oversized suits as Trump does to sort of try to hide his the fact he's a little overweight. And we get Top Gov. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Never, ever back down from a fight.
If I could complete the question, though.
So you're going to give a speech or ask a question?
Number 3, don't accept their narrative.
It's wrong. It's a fake narrative. I just disabused you of the narrative.
See, look at the hand motions. Look at the hand motions.
And you don't care about the facts.
It's why people don't trust people like you, because you peddle false narratives. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
What's gonna bug you?
Oh my God. Top Gov. Look, okay. So on the one hand, yes, everybody on the left is correctly going to look at this and laugh. It's super cringe. You could tell that he's got a healthy streak of self-aggrandizement in him. There's no doubt about it. He's copying Trump and trying to do... I can do the fake news thing, too. Look, I'll call them fake news. You want to see me call them fake news? I'll call them fake news. Totally cool. I'm on it. I'll do it right now. Like, that. He's doing that, right? But you got to keep it real. His base is going to eat this shit up. They love those clips of him fighting with the media. They love, oh, DeSantis isn't taking any BS. He's telling it like it is. Even though in virtually every single instance of him calling out the media is right. Now, remember, guys, when we're talking about Ron DeSantis, fundamentally, he is a deeply establishment politician. This is a guy who opposes the minimum wage increase. Opposes it. And that's something Florida voted for in a direct ballot initiative. He opposes that. This is a guy who's against legalizing marijuana. He's against it. What part of any of these things are populist, by the way? Because he likes to, position himself like he's a populist. He's not. He's a fake populist. Even the whole thing, remember, he's going after woke corporations. He's cracking down on Disney. Well, when you read the specifics of what was happening there, Ron DeSantis was shifting a tax burden from Disney onto working class Floridians. If you bothered to read the details of that story, you would have learned that very quickly. That it was all just like a marketing scam on the part of DeSantis, which honestly is it describes his general disposition very well in almost all instances. It's all a marketing ploy. It's all a gimmick. By the way, they just did a voter fraud thing, a voter fraud investigation in Florida. You know what they found? There were a grand total of 20 cases of voter fraud in the last election. 20. Which I believe that number is 0.0001%. Which, of course, wouldn't change the outcome of the election in any way, shape, or form. So they're going in there, oh yeah, no, totally, we're gonna prove all this voter fraud's out there. And it's like, oopsie. No, you didn't. You made the case of your detractors. Thank you very much for that. And then, of course, DeSantis is one of these guys who's deeply against free speech. This is the guy who's signing laws that you can't protest in front of, whatever, politicians or was it judges' houses, that if you run somebody over with your car when they're protesting, well, that's fine. What are you going to do? They were in the street. They shouldn't have been there. That's pro-First Amendment? That's pro-freedom of speech and free expression? That's freedom to protest? No, of course not. So, look, he's all marketing. And, I would have thought he would have been smarter than to go this cringe. Like, I get it. You're trying to leech off the popularity of the Top Gun movie. I understand that. I can see that. I know what you're doing here. But you look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. Reel it in a little bit. Reel it in like 20%. Honestly, the ad would have been better if he just put together the clips of him berating the media and just started it by saying, I don't take any nonsense from the fake news media. Show the clips and then say, I'm Ron DeSantis and I approve this message. That would have been better. It would have been more direct, more to the point, less gimmicky. This is just goofy. Now, again, I think the right-wingers will eat it up, but everybody else is sort of making fun of you, dog. They're making fun of you. And look, I want to watch it one more time because I want to see, is there any policy in here?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your governor speaking.
Today's training evolution, dogfighting, taking on the corporate media.
Also, I want to make this point, going after the corporate media. Do you go after Fox News? They're corporate media. Do you go after One American News Network or Newsmax? They're corporate media. See, when they say corporate media, they just mean liberal corporate media. They mean the MSNBCs and the CNNs. That's what they mean. But they don't actually have like a principled stance against corporate media, full stop. Now, I do. I think they're all trash for different reasons, but they're all trash. They posture as like, oh, we're taking on big media. But no, they suck off Fox News, which, by the way, is the worst of all of them.
The rules of engagement are as follows. Number 1, don't fire unless fired upon, but when they fire, you fire back with overwhelming force. Does it say that in the bill? I'm asking you to tell me what's in the bill. Number 2, never ever back down from a fight.
If I could complete the question, though.
So you're going to give a speech or ask a question?
Number 3, don't accept their narrative.
It's wrong. It's a fake narrative. I just disabused you of the narrative, and you don't care about the facts.
It's why people don't trust people like you, because you peddle false narratives. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's jump up.
Yeah, so there's literally absolutely nothing about policy in there at all. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because he governs like he's Dick Cheney? That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. So there you have it. Cringe-ass ad here from Ron DeSantis. It'll be interesting to see the results of his race against Charlie Crist. Looking forward to seeing that. And, I am looking forward to seeing, I hope he throws his hat in the ring for 2024, regardless of what Trump does. And I want to see that dogfight, baby. If it even is a fight. It might be, everybody giving smooth hand jobs to Donald Trump, save maybe a handful of candidates. But there you have it. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.